nothing changes.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Clash Royale video. This is Rami from Royale Gaming, and today I'm not going to show you any of the trending decks right now. I thought about, you know what, I'm going to give you a reference on how to build your own deck. Now, building your own deck is building a deck is really hard. It's not easy. Well, it sounds easy, but you know what, you are giving 60 cards in your card collection. So that's assuming that you unlocked every single card inside of the game. But the thing is how to put 8 cards, and those 8 cards are going to be a winner for you. Now we have to take into consideration, once we build a deck, that win ratio for this particular deck is going to be between 7 or, well, let's say 70% win rate. So 70% win rate, let's say that you did play 10 games and you lost 3 out of the 10, then your deck is really good. So if you lost less than 7, then there is something wrong with your deck and you need to change it. Now I will give you a quick reference on how I build my own decks. But before we go though, we will jump into the TV Royale. TV Royale will provide you with the highest reference possible inside of the arenas. So if you jump into the TV Royale will give you what's trending right now, what's the top tier actually playing, and random player as well. So in here we jump in there, we have the poison in every single deck. So how are we going to dodge poison? So we have the giant, we have the 3 musketeers, we have the miner. So you will take into consideration what other people are using right now, and you know what, most of people actually copies other people's deck. So looking at the top tier, then you will know that you are going to face similar decks. Now we're going to build a deck is going to be different, but it's going to dodge what's inside of the arenas right now. Now in here, like I said, you are only giving 8 cards inside of the game, so you need to build the 8 cards to serve you inside of the battle. Now in my case, I know that there are giants, there are the hogs and the miners in there. So to dodge the giants, I will have the barbarians inside of my deck, and to dodge the miner, I have my guards in there to help out in ground troops. And air troops, I don't want to go too expensive, so I will throw my minions in there. Of course, it's a personal preferences, guys. You could include the wizard, you could include the ice wizard, you could include the witch. So whatever that you could counter air, you could include it inside of your battle deck. So in my case, I will go with my minions, I will go with my princes. Now bear in mind, this is only a reference deck. This is not a battle deck. You could use it as a battle deck, but for me it's only a reference. I'm just showing you, well, this is what we're going to play with, and that's how I'm building my own deck. Now as a major offense for our opponent, we are going to use the ice spirit. The ice spirit can work on defense and offense, so with the 2-second stun is very valuable cards for 1 elixir. And with our main push, we are going to use the hug, and we could keep the goblins in there. So the goblins is like, and that will give us a total elixir cost for that deck is 2.9, so average cost. So I don't know about the goblins, so probably we will have an AoE damage inside of the battle deck. So we could use the fireball, we could use the rocket, we could use the poison, or we could use, in my case, I'm going to use the lightning. So I know there are 3 musketeers around, so lightning comes in handy, and this is a really huge positive elixir trade. But you know what, we built a deck, and that average cost for that deck is 3.4. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump into a live battle and see if this deck is going to work for us. Now before you jump in, before you build a battle deck, yeah, in here you will see the a live battle I've done, like while I was recording this video. But before you jump into a battle, before you form a deck, guys, you need to understand your ability first, and you need to understand the card's ability as well. So you can't go running around in Arena 9 with level 10 barbarians or level 9 barbarians. So because you will get stumped straight away, you will get stumped. So what you need to know, you need to know your card's ability. You need to know what your cards can do. You need to understand their hit point. You need to understand their damage per second. So for instance, if you are using a P.E.K.K.A for a defense, a measure defense, okay, well, you go like, okay, well, I'm going to dodge that giant and poison with my P.E.K.K.A. You can, yeah, but bear in mind the time frame that P.E.K.K.A actually hits that giant. So by the time that P.E.K.K.A actually raises her sword and swing at that giant will have 3 swings at your tower. So who's winning here? So that's what you need to keep in mind when you build a deck. You need to work on the damage per second and the damage wise, so it works out good. In my case, like I said, I included the barbarians. The barbarians has really good speed, you know, attack speed, and I have my hog in there, and the hog has really high damage per second and very fast as well. So I have a balanced deck in here, and I wasn't too worried about either pushes like on the left side or, you know, on the right side. It all comes to your skills, guys. Yeah, it all comes to your skills. If you have a really good skill, then you will be laughing. But if you don't, then practice. There is nothing wrong. Look, there is nothing wrong about, you know, having no skills. I gained my skill after I played over 9,000 games. So I literally played over 9,000 battles. So playing 9,000 battles, and I didn't win them all. Like, you know, it was like a constant loss. But to get the skill that you need to play, the practice makes perfect. So don't worry if you lost this time, you will win the other. So don't worry about what's gonna happen next, as long as you keep at it and you understand your cards. Just take few minutes, just take like a minute or two just to read throughout your cards. Once you read throughout your cards, trust me, you're going to understand your cards much better, and then you will know what to use and what not to use, and what could be handy inside of this deck and what's not. Like in here, I'm showing you a live replay. Now this guy only think that he's going to win, but you know what? I'm just going for defense right now. We will do a counter push. We will go for one big push, and we will take that tower, and we will take the win. But yeah, like I said, understanding your ability inside of the arena and understanding your cards and having a balanced deck is your key to the victory. And of course, then you will need to look for the win ratio. You need to understand that if you are doing something right, you're going to grab more wins than losses. But if you are doing something wrong, then there is something you need to change inside of the battle. And like I said, if you're not doing really good now, just practice, and practice makes perfect. So we built a deck, and we did a live battle, and we won 2 crowns to 1. So that's too sweet. Let's jump into a few replays, and I will show you how I played this deck versus different varieties of other decks. See guys, balanced, not too cheap, not too expensive, not too, like, you know, you need to understand the hit points for your cards, and you need to understand the range. So yeah, so when you put all that into consideration, then you will be able to come out with really strong deck. And if you want a good reference for building decks, yeah, one guy I couldn't say otherwise. One guy who's willing to sit down with you and build the perfect deck. Yeah, and no one else could play that deck other than Chris from Cats. Chris is an idol for me, man. He's a god for me. He plays this game to the perfection. So if you want to see the way that he plays his cards, if you want to see the way that he builds his decks, man, watch his videos. His videos is all about building new decks, well, and you know what, when he takes like, you know, some other people's decks, yeah, he plays it to the perfection. Not even the ones that made it. Like, honestly, man, the guy's channel actually like featured in my channel, so if you want to check him out, just go ahead and check him. So he's really good, and that will give you an idea on how to build a deck. Now in here I'll probably like cover the whole basics about what to use inside of your battle deck and how to use it inside of the battle. Now I'm showing you 2 quick replays, guys, like, you know, for you as a reference. So we built this deck and we grabbed 3 wins like while I was recording this video, and I was thinking about the ideas. Now before I finish this video, man, like, I want to thank everybody for the huge support that I'm getting from you guys. I know my English is like sometimes is stumbling, but you have a really good support in there. Like, I really appreciate that, and I hope I could keep giving you really good tips on how to advance inside of Clash Royale. I'm not the best out there, but I have enough experience as myself, like, you know, but well, I hope I could help you out, like, with whatever knowledge, to the best of my knowledge, actually, like, you know, to help you out throughout my videos. Now this is going to end up our video, guys. Like, in here, if you look like the way that I counter the Royal Giant and the Sparky, you just repeat the game, like watch it again, and then you will be able to see the way that I split my attacks and I split my defenses. So this is gonna wrap it up for today's video, guys. Like, if you like it, make sure you leave a thumb up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribing will mean a lot to me. So yeah, hopefully this video is going to be helpful for you, and this is going to be the end of our video. I'll see you guys in the next one. You be safe and have a good day. Peace.